And what has been your biggest challenge when teaching very young learners?
Well, Ellie, that is a very good question. There are so many challenges, but on balance, I think probably the biggest is developing classroom management skills to be able to work with sometimes quite large groups of preschool children in a positive and effective way. And classroom management in the early years has to meet children's unique and diverse needs and ensure that they're happily engaged in learning in a caring, warm, and safe environment. And in the book, I propose 21 principles to help teachers manage very young children in a positive way. And these range from psychological and attitudinal considerations, such as simply putting yourself in the children's shoes and remembering that your lessons are one of children's first experiences away from home in a language they don't know, and you can't take anything for granted in terms of their skills or knowing how to behave. And you need to explain, show, demonstrate everything repeatedly and frequently. So providing that positive model constantly that children will follow. Other ideas among the principles are, for example, creating visual rules with images that transmit clear messages of appropriate behavior. So you don't need to use complicated language, and you can refer to these whenever is needed. And also, I offer a range of varied and tried and tested strategies and techniques to respond to inappropriate behavior in different situations. And the key here is very often to use minimum intervention rather than direct intervention. You can't tell children off in a way you do with older primary children. You'll just have tears and upset and children feeling victims and not understanding what they've done wrong. So you have to really change your chip in the way that you deal with these situations. And another example, just to give one more, which is so crucial with every age group, of course, but here in particular, using constructive feedback and praise in a way that promotes participation and motivation, but also develops children's increasing awareness and understanding of their own learning. So I think there's a temptation with very young children for the teachers to be saying, very good, lovely, excellent, all the time. And although that is important for motivation and participation, on its own, it's actually quite limited because it doesn't give the child information for them to acquire about their own learning and what they can do to get better. So the importance there of the constructive feedback, and I give a whole range of tools about how to do that, including developing a growth mindset, based on the work of Harold Dweck. So a lot of principles there for the management of very young children.